everybody, this is Alyssa from Mink Arts and Crafts, and today we are doing my slightly belated, just slightly, WIP Chat. And for today's WIP Chat, I'm actually working on, I finished my WIP. I could pull out the Storm God and work on the Storm God, but I was like, I don't feel like working on it right now. I really need to work on the temperature projects because those are actually going to be finished this month. So I'm going to pull out my Dragon Daily Low Temperature Stitch Along cross stitch conversion project that I'm doing. Doesn't he look so good? Look at how amazing this is. I literally just have December to go and then this project is done. I'm so excited to be so close to being done. So this is a pattern that I got off of Etsy. I can't remember off the top of my head where I got it from. Let me see if I've got the info pulled up on, oh gosh, let me go to key. Does it say? Pictures. Oh. I have all the details elsewhere, but I don't feel like pulling that up right now. So I'll have it linked below. I can't remember the name of who it's from, but this is my Temperature Dragon Stitch Along Temperature Sal, and it looks amazing. I added this very light gray background. It is DMC 415 for the light gray. And I was super ecstatic that my guesstimate of how many drills I would need came in like spot on. Like that's literally how many extras that I have from the amount that I bought. Like I've got this much in the container. That's all of the extras that I have left over after finishing the gray for this. So it was literally the exact amount. Perfect amount. And I'm so over the moon with how this is turning out. It is looking incredible. Super happy with it. So we're gonna tools that I'm working on. I am using because this is over here on this table and I don't feel like getting up and going over to the other table. So I am using my Fire and Ice pen. This is one of my absolute favorite pens that I own. And this comes to me from Leopard Leatherworks. And it is gorgeous. This is an absolutely stunning pen. It is, love everything about it. And then I am also, let me pull this up. I need to start showing it off so you guys can see. Ooh, look, there's my channel. There's my iPad right there too. Oh, let me pull out a tray. I was like, oh, I need a tray to work with. Same old tray. I've only have like 3 trays with me here. So this is Bella Art on Dana Cole, because that is the, I'm trying out some new trays because, you know, I've been so stuck into like these are the only trays that I use, but I just ordered some new trays, so we will see when they come in. We will see if I like the new trays because they are small. And then I believe I have some Mary Mud in this, but I can't remember because it's been in here for a hot minute. And then I have some Wee Wax, not this Wee Wax. This Wee Wax is what's sitting here, but my wax and my putty are sitting over on my other table. But this is my cross stitch conversion table. This is the newest Wee Wax that I literally just opened, and it smells incredible. It's Golden Pear and Clove. I think it's gonna be my small shop haul that I show for you guys on Monday because I actually recorded it. I just need to edit and post it. I've been a slacker about that. Anyways, we're gonna get on to doing this. I have today is the 14th, so I have 14 days worth of daily lows that I could actually fill in on this kit here. And I think the pattern called to start here, go like this, and then come down here, and then go into the inside, and that just doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, I don't like the fact that I'd be crossing around. So I'm going to start here, do this, then come up here, and then do the inside, because that just logically makes more sense in my brain. Not that it really matters, because you can kind of do whatever you want. But we're going to go ahead and start off with day 1, which is 32 degrees. I need to get my 30 to 32, which is this darkest color that I have right here. So this is going to be where I have my darkest colors to go, because I had a fair number of days this month in December that have actually been down into like the 30 to 32, like the 31, 32 degree range. It's been rather chilly. So that's been something that I have not been a fan of in any way, shape, or form. Like surprisingly, it's been that cold here. And I'm like, this is Florida. We're not supposed to be in the 30s. In Florida, what's wrong with this picture? No, thank you. Let's change that narrative a little bit. Not a fan of that. There will be some of these where I might have to fill in because I'm, you know, your brain kind of sees things differently. So, oh yeah, that's another color. So it's like, oh look, I have extra spots. No, that's for the color below this. The next one that I fill in. I think I need to grab my putty and recharge my putty because this has not been changed in like a hot minute with this putty. But I hope everybody's been having a wonderful week, enjoying my daily Advent videos. I have not had the bandwidth to do anything but Advent videos lately, so sorry about that. I've been a slacker. I have not been doing anything but the Advent videos, and I've recorded a few other videos. I just haven't gotten around to actually editing them and posting them, so that's on me because I've been a slacker these last couple weeks. But I've actually started back into work, which has been fine. Like, it's not like it's been super demanding because I'm not really doing much of anything right now. It's still like the check-in process and all of that, but it just you know, getting back into the swing of being back at work after having a month off has definitely kind of been taking a little bit getting used to, and I'm like, do I have to be back? I could go for another month off. I definitely want to go for another month off. That sounds amazing. I really would love another month off. But the nice part is I'm not seeing patients yet, so it's still a little bit of a break from patient care. So that's something that I am enjoying, is the break from patient care. Definitely enjoying that. So, let me fill this colors. So you'll see me constantly reaching forward to mark off the color that I fill in on my iPad, which is sitting right in front of me. I am not going to show you because I don't show patterns, really parts of patterns or anything like that, because that's kind of like goes against cross stitch etiquette to show off patterns, unless it's like a free pattern that's free and open to the public. So that's not something you're going to see me doing. But okay, I really do have to add some putty to that because that's bothering me. So we are going to go ahead and grab the putty. I'm almost done with this putty. I forgot I didn't feel like grabbing the tweezers too. So you guys will see what I do. When I don't feel like emptying the putty completely, I use my finger to kind of swipe a little of the excess off. Oh, it fell on the floor. Oh well. And you can see this putty is almost empty. And then basically what I'll do, I'll show you. I kind of go like this and kind of squish it to fill the top and scrape off the excess. So you can see now it's filled up, and then I'll push that back in. And I'm almost done with this pad of putty. It is pumpkin pie spice Mary Mud. It smells amazing. I love it. It's a wonderful scent. And then while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and charge the wax up. The wax I never fill, or I never like empty the wax. I always just scrape like that. I do a little scrape into that and then flatten like that. So that's how I charge wax. So now we are fully recharged and ready to continue on. All right. Now back at it. So where was I? Okay. Yeah. So I'm getting back into the swing of things at work. Haven't been seeing patients yet. So it's still a little bit of a break. We still have to, I have a system that I have to get access to. And we've emailed them the stuff they need to give me access to the system. It's the electronic health record. But they have not, like, there's somebody we're waiting on to sign a form that needs to sign the form before I can have access to the computers, the electronic health record system. They have not yet signed said form for me. So we're waiting on them to sign the form and then send it to the next person, who's the one that actually gives me access to the electronic health record. And you know, it's a process, and I have not had that happen yet. So it's kind of like, okay, twiddling my thumbs, sitting bored. Not really. I've literally spent the last couple weeks doing online trainings. That's been my life, doing online trainings. They're all trainings that have to be done, and the sooner I get them done, the sooner I don't have to worry about them until next year. Because guess what? These are trainings that we do every year. The same trainings every year. Welcome to the military. Computer-based trainings, gotta love them. But anyways, so that's been my life, is sitting in front of my computer doing trainings. And then I'll have the occasional meeting here and there. Hi, Momo. Hey, baby. You see a mochi paw? Maybe you see a mochi paw. There's a mochi paw. And a mochi head. She's just passing through. She's like, if it feels weird on my putts. What are you doing, girlfriend? I love you too, baby. So I had 2 of this color. That's why. So I had 3 and 4. So 2 of that color back to back. It's a very subtle difference between the 820 that I'm using right now and then the 796 that I used right there. A very subtle color difference between those 2 shades of purpley color. So we did that. And now, so we did the 3 rows there, and now we're going to go to, I have to go back to a page on this. We're going to, and now I have, oh, I need to go with that right there. We're going to pan it in a little bit. Okay, and scooch over. No, we'll go with that right there. All right. Now I can go back to markup. And 4 of that color. And now I can go back to, so we just did our 4th color there. So this is going to go really quick, so I'll probably end up having to switch to a new project partway through because this is going to go so quickly. 38, because it does not take me long to do this cross stitch conversion at all. This one is a very fast project, which I love that I have this one being so quick compared to the other cross stitch conversion that I'm doing, the daily highs. That one takes a lot longer. So what have I done this past week? Let me see. I had Death by PowerPoint, so I had my orientation or command orientation or indoctrination, which basically it's like 3 days where you get all of your welcome to the hospital Death by PowerPoint for 3 days. I had that this week. That was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. After that, Thursday was just like an empty day where I just sat in front of the computer and did computer-based trainings on Thursday. Friday, I had a couple meetings on Friday, and then also on Friday, Wednesday for lunch, I had like a holiday party lunch for Medical Service Corps, which is the type of officer I am, is a Medical Service Corps officer. So basically it's all of like the ancillary type healthcare providers, so physical therapists, occupational therapists, radiology or radiation health officers, healthcare administrators, podiatry, psychology, industrial hygiene officers, aerospace physiologists. There's 30, basically anybody that works in healthcare on like the provider or professional side that is not a nurse, not a dentist, not a medical MD or DO, medical doctor, or a like anybody that's not one of those 3, not a nurse, not an MD, DO, and not a dentist, we fall into the Medical Service Corps. That's the flavor that we fall into. And we had all of us kind of got together on Wednesday at the hospital, and we went out for lunch on Wednesday. So did that, and then Thursday was just normal day, and then Friday we had I had another holiday party, that one after work on Friday. So I had that Friday evening, and oh my goodness, that one we also did like a white elephant gift exchange, which was hilarious. Let me tell you, that one was a hoot. It was so funny because all of the gifts could be stolen up to 3 times, and on the 3rd time stolen was the last time. After that, there was no more stealing. It was so funny watching everybody like steal the presents back and forth. The present, I was the 9th person. There were 18 people that brought gifts to about half the people that went, because there were so many of us. About half the people that went brought stuff to steal, or brought not half the people that went brought like white elephant gifts. Not everybody did. I brought something because I was like, I might as well. And the gift that I opened was it was like, Mom, if you were listening, make sure that you do not let Dad hear, because I'm turning it into presents for my dad. But it was like a 12-day advent box of Bucky's socks. So funky crazy socks from Bucky's, and my dad loves funky crazy socks, so I was like, perfect. And then I also had like 2 big things of Rifle Company, whatever, like the Black Rifle Company coffee. And my dad likes their coffee and has had their coffee before and likes it. I do not drink coffee, so I was like, oh, funky socks, great. I have like this new advent calendar I could open. But then I was like, wait, no, I'll just save it and give it to my dad for Christmas because he likes funky socks. I'll add that to his existing Christmas present. And then I was like, oh, and the coffee is perfect because I'll give that to my dad too. So he's going to get like a crap ton of coffee because I already bought him coffee for Christmas. And then like 2 people opening gifts later, it got stolen from me. And then it got stolen and I had to go grab another present. And the present that I grabbed ended up being like the exact thing that I would not want, which was like a alcohol shot. Like it was an alcohol shot thing that gets like you shoot it into your mouth kind of a thing. And I was like, this is the exact thing that I do not want and will never actually use. I'm like, that's like an exactly like a white elephant gift. So I was like, that's exactly what I do not want. So, and then like the second to last person to go was like a round of lots of stealing. And one of the guys that had gotten his stuff stolen from him was wandering around and seeing what he wanted to steal. And I was like, you want to steal this right here. You want to steal this. And he was like, actually, I think I do want to steal that. So he stole that. So I went and stole the socks and coffee back, which had since been stolen. So it had been stolen from me, which was steal 1. And then it had been stolen from that person by somebody else. So that was steal number 2. So then I went and stole it back, which was steal number 3. So I was like, perfect. So it worked out perfectly because I was able to get it back. And at that point it was dead and could not be stolen again. So I was like, golden, happy day, done. So I ended up with the gift that I had originally. Because like a lot of the other gifts, the majority of the other gifts were basically like alcohol-based gifts. And I was like, I very rarely drink anything just because I've never been a big drinker and alcohol is a trigger for migraines for me. So I really don't drink. So it was one of those things that turned out perfect because I ended up getting it back. So I'm like, happy day. Because one of the other items that I was like, oh, I love that. One of the other non-alcohol related items, I was like, oh, that would be perfect. Well, because I had literally bought almost the exact same item already for my mom for part of her Christmas present. So it was kind of like, well, I could do that and just add it to hers, but I literally just bought almost essentially the same thing. So rather than doing that, I was like, I'll just get something, do this one and add to my dad's Christmas. And I just need to supplement and get some more stuff for my mom. So we will see what else I get for my mom. So this was a day. So these were all like, this one was 32, 33, 32, 32, 38, 36, 31, 34, and then the blue is 50 degrees. And this is the daily lows. Crazy how vastly different some of those daily lows are. We had a little bit of that heat wave, and now I'm about to do a day that got up to 59, right? Crazy, huh? But I love seeing like this difference in color. It's so fascinating seeing how vastly different some of these colors are. But that was my Friday night. So we had like really, really good hors d'oeuvres, like fancy food hors d'oeuvres. And then we did, sat around, chatted, talked, mingled and all of this. And then, we chatted, we mingled. Then we did the white elephant gift exchange, and then everybody started to like go to, pretty much everybody went back to go do karaoke. And it started at 6, and at this point it was like just a little bit after, it was basically just a little bit after 8 at this point. It was like 8:10, 8:15. And they started doing like this super loud, like super, super loud, slightly tipsy karaoke singing. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't do it because it was just like sensory overload. It was like, probably 30 people there in one house, loud, talking, chatting, all of this. And I'm like, I can't. I'm done. I cannot. This is too much stimulation. I'm done. This is enough peopling for me. I'm still adapting to being in settings like that, where it's like lots of people and you've got that sensory overload like that. I'm still adapting to those like large groups after after my Afghanistan deployment. It still takes me a lot to work up to being in those types of settings. And the number of times I've done events like that and in settings like that it's not very often. I kind of have to force myself to go to things like that. And that's basically been pretty consistent since I got back from Afghanistan, that I've kind of had to force myself to socialize and do stuff like that. And it's just, I've always been pretty introverted. It's just gotten like significantly more severe introversion ever since I got back from Afghanistan. So I was like, okay, I'm out of here. I am done. So I said my farewells, and my fellow physical therapist coworker was there as well. And we kind of, everybody started doing the karaoke, and it was just like such an onpouring of loud. We looked at each other and we're like, I'm ready to go. And she was like, I'm ready to go too. Ready to say goodbye? And we're like, yes, let's go say goodbye to our hosts and let's get out of here. So we literally, both of us had the same exact thought at the same exact time. We said goodbye and we were out of there. It was so funny that we both had the exact same thought at the exact same time. And then we just like vamoosed on out of there. We were like, we are done. But at least I didn't feel bad that I was like the only one leaving right there at that time. But it was like, okay, sensory overload, I'm done, let's get out of here. And then I got back here, and oh my goodness, I was so like, it was just like that fatigued, tired, but it, you know, that sensory overload fatigue tired, that I got back, and I put on my Udi because it was chilly, and it was an ugly sweater one. So I was wearing like this really funky, cool, llama ugly sweater. Mochi's climbing into my Udi right now. So I was wearing this llama ugly sweater. It was super cool. Love it. I'm wearing it again on Tuesday for the hospital's ugly sweater day at the hospital, which is going to be super fun. So I wore that. So I got back. It was chilly. Got back, put on the Udi, and I was like, I'm going to sit on the couch for a minute and just kind of chill, decompress. And then I was like, my feet are cold. I'm going to go lay down in bed and like cover up my feet with the blanket for while I watch like an episode of this drama that I'm watching on. And then I'll go film my videos for the night. Because I was like, I needed to film my Advent video, and then I needed to film this WIP Chat, because I always do my WIP Chats on like Friday night to post on Saturday morning. So I was like, okay, I'll go do that. And then, you know what? I promptly fell asleep shortly after. And there I was, sound asleep. And see, we went from 43 degrees, and now this is 57 degrees for that daily low for today. Go figure. So yeah, it was just like, I was literally that exhausted. So yeah, I could not believe that I had fell asleep. And then I proceeded to wake up at like 6 something this morning. It was after 6 o'clock. It was almost 7 o'clock this morning that I woke up, and I was like, I am sweating, because I was still wearing my Udi, mind you. So I proceeded to then take off the Udi, deposit the Udi, and I had my watch on and everything. So I took off my watch so I could go put it on to charge. And then I like laid back down and just like kind of lay there on my phone, watched like an episode or two, and I was like, I should probably get up and go film some stuff. And that did not happen. And then I just like lazed in bed until like 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere around in there. That's, I think when I finally got out of bed and was like, I need to like record my video that I need to actually post for today. So I finally got around to it, finally posted the video. So posted the video, and then from there I was like, okay, I can be productive and do stuff. Look at that. We are done through the 14th. But look at the colors. Oh my goodness. And now I just have 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So I just kind of like to count and verify that I have the actual 31 days that I was saying that I do. So now I need to go like pause my video. I really just am gonna end up hanging this probably. I'm not gonna put the other piece of plastic back on. Now I need to go take care of this and swap out cross stitch conversions to the next one that I'm gonna work on. And I'm like, do I work on the other temperature one for you guys? Or do I pull up the other non-temperature one? I feel like I should probably work on the temperature one for you guys. Since that's what I worked on here, I should grab my other temperature project and work on that one. I'm at 95.9% on my other temperature project, on this temperature project. All right, so I'm gonna go swap out projects and I will be right back. But look at how much progress we made. This is looking so good. That's literally all that's left on this canvas. So amazing. So now we are on to our next cross stitch conversion temperature cell. This is my spooky library temperature cell, which is the daily highs. And before we can get started with it, you know, see, I have to get my stuff all situated. And first we have to write out our, we have to write out our whatchamacallits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. And then we've got 13. 14, 16, 17, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, and 31. So I go through and I write out on how many of these are the days, and these are the page that each day is on in my booklet, or in my my pattern. So now I'm gonna come over, I know I'm talking, and I can go to my highs, and we're gonna write out the highs. So we have 62, 62, 57, 60, 72, 59, 60, 67, 73, 77, 70, 58, which was a cold day. And then we come over here and we're at 64 and then 74. So those are our days that we have. That was our temperatures. So now we can come back over and I can grab a, sorry for the jiggle, working down into here. And then I have to try to remember. I don't think I even need to because that's a cutoff. So we're just going to go with, I don't need my cover minder because I'm just going to take the plastic right off for that whole section. Because this is what we're working into. All right, so let me go back over to my pattern. And this is the, like I said, the spooky library cell. I like to start off, I don't have anything down below. So we're gonna start right off with, I kind of feel like it needs this, but it doesn't have that down below. So we start off with our browns. Nope, I want to go with the proper symbol. We're gonna go ahead and do, this is 433. Oh, I forgot to restock 433 into here. So we should probably put some 433 in there. Not that it really matters because I've got it in this one. So we don't need a ton. So anyways, we are on, this is the one that I will have to focus a little bit more. So anyways, that was Friday night and Saturday, and then waking up to today, it's like, oh, my motivation to do anything productive today has just not been there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th one in. And this is going to be boop. And then we're going to go with 1, 2. The rest of the 10. 9, 10. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I gotta get in the groove of this before I can start talking again. Because this takes me a hot minute with this pattern. Because it's like this, it takes a little thinky for these. All right, we got those. We got noisy people. And we're gonna be in the same one, but over on 2 and 3, we're down 4. 2 and 3, and we are 3 right there. Perfect. All right, so what else? I think that's the bulk of, I'm trying to think. So I've definitely done, what have I even done today? I've basically read. That's what I've done today. I've read. No, I didn't even read. No, I was watching a drama. I was watching a random, like, Korean, no, not a Korean drama. I was watching a Chinese drama. Over 1. And then we have, how many up are we on this? So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, space of over 1. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're on the 5th. So I got my drill sitting there. So we're going to go over 1. And then we're going to go 1, 3, 4. And then we're on the 5th one. There's where our placement is on that. So that's our 3rd space over. I like to fill in these as like the main stationary drills, and then once these ones are done, then I move into placing the color drills, because that gives me like the things that are not going to move, and then I place the color drills afterwards, and I know which ones will go where. But that's kind of my plan of attack usually. I need to draw this because that's going to bother me if I don't. Whoop. There is our year in color. Oh my goodness. And then I have room down here where I can decide what to do. It is throwing me off that there's not a bottom line on here of like this for that bottom shelf. That does kind of throw me off a little bit. So I'm like, it's kind of throwing me off. But I am going to do, like, I have debated the thought of using this last little bit of here to do some type of legend or something that says like 2024, and then has what the color family is, and have like these colors 50s, these colors 60s, these color that would have like a little the squares, and then say 60s, squares 70s, squares 80s, and so on, to show like a legend for these different colors. But I have to like plan it out if I'm going to do that. So that's something that's on my agenda to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I think it'll go right there. Let me verify that. This is the slowest part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. So I'm trying to think. Oh, I did good. I did not buy anything. Oh wait, no, I take that back. I bought the Yume Mystery. I'm like, what day did the Yume Mystery come out? The days have been running together. I think the Yume Mystery came out on Wednesday. I did buy the Yume Mystery for obvious reasons. It's a Yume. But I did not buy anything from Saturday's release. And I was like, this is the first time Yume has had a mystery kit, which is just like mind-blowing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a Yume kit and it's a mystery. I have to buy it. So that was an absolute must purchase. So I did purchase the Yume mystery kit for obvious reasons. But I did not buy anything from Saturday's release. So I was pleased with myself for not purchasing anything today. So that was a positive. There was nothing purchased today. I did wish list the, what was it? The Earl Grey Tea Dragon, whatever his little name is. That one I did wish list, and then I did wish list, the Hibiscus Dragon. I went back because I was like, it is so cute. So I did end up having to wish list the counter, because it's the same artist. So I wish listed the Earl Grey Tea Dragon, and then I went back and wish listed the Hibiscus Dragon that I felt that is like a companion piece to the the Tea Dragon from today. So that ended up on my wish list because super cute. It was like, this is the beyond adorableness. I feel like I'm missing a drill somewhere. There we go. I finally found the missing drill. Okay. Or the missing symbol that I had not marked up. So we're going to kind of go with just that. It's going to take me a minute. So we're just going to go with those ones to right there. And I'm going to put this back down right there and call it good on those ones. That was not very straight. We're just going to go to right there on these ones and just focus on that little bit of the setup. All right. All right, now we can come back over and we have to do the other shade of brown. Gosh, goodness golly gosh. So this is the other shade of brown. Oh my goodness. You guys are probably like, this is so tedious now if you're watching me. And then if you're listening, you're like, okay, would you actually talk? This is why I don't normally do cross-stitch conversions for my WIP chats. The other one was a super easy one, which was why I can easily do that cross-stitch conversion. And I usually, it's like this first portion of it that takes so long to do. But anywho, so I did very good about not purchasing this weekend. I do have like 4 of the, no, I think I ended up adding like 6 of the Disney kits to my wish list. I purchased my favorite 2 of the Disney kits, which was that gorgeous Ariel sitting on the rock. I purchased her. She was stunning. And then I purchased See the Light, the Rapunzel one. I purchased that one with the lanterns because obviously lanterns, you guys know me. So that one was a must purchase. So those 2 were the 2 that I purchased. And then of course the Yume mystery kit. And they actually ended up shipping the 3 kits all together. Let's see, how many do I have to skip? 4, 6 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll go right there. Let me make sure that that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And they just shipped those, but would you not believe that they shipped my Black Friday orders in 3 boxes. And only one of those 3 boxes has been delivered because FedEx is hoarding the other 2 boxes. Like, it's like, come on, deliver my boxes, because those boxes have 2 of my Yume's, and then my non-Yume's are in the boxes that FedEx is hoarding. And I'm like, I want my kids. Granted, like, they're waiting to be delivered to my parents' house, but I'm like, I want my kids. And they've been sitting in Tallahassee, which is about an hour north, about an hour 15 minutes north of my parents' house. But they've been sitting in Tallahassee. This is our 60 degrees color range, those 4 shades right there. They've literally been sitting in Tallahassee for, I'm not joking, since Monday. So since the 8th. Well, actually, Sunday, actually, which is the 8th. So almost, like, by the time you guys are watching this, it will have literally been a week that they've been sitting at FedEx and not moving. And I'm like, this is legit annoying. Like, there's no reason for them to be, like, literally like legit an hour away from their destination, just sitting and not moving. Absolutely no reason for this. Like, come on, just deliver them, because that's the point from which, that's the closest FedEx, basically. So from there, they get put on the truck and then delivered. But they're not being delivered. They're just sitting there at the FedEx an hour away, just sitting. And I'm like, deliver my shinies. I want my shinies delivered. So I know that they are, because it's like, I'm fine waiting for stuff. Like, that doesn't bother me, waiting for stuff. But I don't like them sitting in the shipping, holding pattern of shipping stuff. Like, I don't want them sitting and being dependent upon the shipping companies and just being held there. I want them to actually, once they've started the shipping process, deliver them. Don't keep holding on to them. And that's the part that I'm like, no, because they're being held hostage by FedEx. And I'm like, deliver them already. So it's been like the shipping saga. They've been held hostage, basically, for the past week at the FedEx in Tallahassee. And I'm like, deliver my packages. Okay, like, I'm apparently have, that needs to be one over. So I need to move that one over. See, this is what happens when I'm talking and doing stuff. Stuff gets put on, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's in the right spot. So I think I just made it one too long because it needed to be placed on 5 and not on, so these just need to be removed because I was like, that doesn't line up. So these need to go over 1. So this is what happens when I try to talk and do things. I end up placing drills in the wrong spot. This is why yeah, because that needed to be 3 spaces away from that. Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, I want my shinies to be delivered so that way they are safely there, and they need to be delivered before I get there because I only go to my parents' house every few weeks. And I need to be able to pick up my stuff when I go back for Christmas. Because I'll go back, next weekend I'll go back, and I need to be able to pick up my shinies when I go back next weekend. So, come on, like, deliver them, FedEx. Deliver the shinies. Which is crazy, because normally the Diamond Art Club stuff gets delivered, like, if I do an order on, granted, I understand it's the holidays, so things are taking longer to ship, but I could understand them taking longer at each hub. Not for them to, like, literally be sitting an hour away from their destination for a week. That's the part that is boggling my mind. That they've been sitting there for a week, an hour away from the destination. Oh, wait, no, I don't want this color here. I'm like, what am I doing? Not paying attention. That's a 50-degree temperature right there. I need to skip 1 and go to number 4, which is going to be that one. So just the next one over. So 3 in right there. So yeah. Oh gosh, it's just driving me bonkers. I keep checking the status on FedEx, and I tried to inquire, and they're like online, but like their little AI bot was like, you can't submit a claim for this. And I'm like, why not? Because it's still being like whatever through the system. And I'm like, just tell me where my stuff is. I don't know why I marked that one when I should have marked this one. I like to do all of the colors, so that shouldn't have been marked yet. So we did that one. And now I need to go to number 7. So we'll go to number 7, number 8. Number 7, number 8. That's what we need to do on this page. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 is going to be this one right here. So we are going to go 2 up right there, and then 2 up right there. So yes, I'm just anxiously, not so patiently awaiting the arrival of my diamond paintings from Diamond Art Club from Black Friday still, because they have been held hostage by FedEx. So that's my woe is me. They don't normally get delivered by FedEx, so this is annoying me that they are being delivered by FedEx because they're taking so long. Normally, like I said, what I started to say, normally if I order on a Saturday, stuff gets delivered on Tuesday at my parents', which has been phenomenal compared to my wait time. when I was in California, if I ordered on Saturday, I was lucky if I got it the following Saturday. Normally it was like the following week after that, Monday. It was normally like a 10-day wait for stuff to get delivered. So that was 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the next one was 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6. So that's something that I've been enjoying, the fact that stuff has been arriving so quickly. So that's been wonderful. But at the same time, when it doesn't arrive as quickly as I want and it's being held in like this random for no reason hold, I'm like, okay, where is it? So if you're having package woes of stuff being delayed for absolutely no reason by FedEx, you're not the only one. It's been happening to a number of us, have been dealing with the same issue. So yes, shipping woes are a problem. Other than that, I'm starting into my do not purchase anything that does not fall into the category of one of my artists. I need to lay out in my new logbook, I need to write out my rules of who falls into like the buy limits, the purchase limits, and the non-purchase limits, or basically the purchase limits of like, this is an artist I can buy from. I need to write it down so it's written down on paper. These are the artists that I can buy from. That needs to be written down, and we'll see how long I hold on to that. This is gonna be a really cool one. That's not a vase that I've worked on before. So those are the first ones with color number dark color. So that's going to be the biggest thing. Now I just need them to, like, as much as I love Yume, I just need them to stop releasing a Yume every week, and I'll be good, because, you know, they release a Yume and I buy said Yume. So as long as they stop releasing Yumes every week, I will not have to purchase said Yume every week. So that's kind of one of those things. I love the Yumes, but it would be nice to have a break from the Yume releases, because I've just like tripled my like added a significant number of Yumes in just like the last couple months. So that would be nice to have a little bit of a breather from that, as much as I love my Yumes. So other than that, I'm trying to think of what else. Ooh, but in case you're curious as to what will encompass my limits of artists, I've been thinking about who they fall under. The primary artists that are must purchase artists are Mrs. Yume, obviously, and then Mrs. Butter D. She is also a must purchase artist. Beyond that, I've got artists that I don't purchase everything from, and I only purchase some items from. So those are the artists that it's like, if there's something from them that I want, then I am cleared to purchase from. And that's like Margaret Morales. I don't purchase everything released by Margaret Morales. I only actually have maybe less than half of what's been released by Margaret Morales have I actually purchased. I love her art and she's got stunning artwork, but I don't buy everything. It's only maybe like I said, I only have about less than half of what's been released by her. Do I actually have. So that's something that's, you know, it's kind of one of those saving graces, is that I don't purchase everything from her. Same thing with Chrysabug. I actually don't have a ton of Chrysabugs in my hoard. I only have a handful. So it's kind of one of those things where if Chrysabug gets released, that's like one of those things that I love. I absolutely adore Chrysabug's artwork, but I don't buy everything from Chrysabug. It's only a handful of Chrysabugs that I actually purchase. So it's like, that's kind of one of those things. If you hear a lot of noise, it's because the kids next door are really loud. So that's kind of one of those things where I don't purchase everything. I purchase like the onesies and twosies from her. The two biggest artists are going to be Yume and Mrs. Butter D. Those are my two big artists. And then secondary artist is Margaret Morales is the main secondary artist. And then Jeremiah Kettner is another artist that I like to purchase from. And then there's going to be some other things, like I will always get the Crafter's Den mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop, and then anything that is Studio Ghibli related is going to be a purchase. So those are kind of like the must-have boundaries. So Studio Ghibli art is automatically a kind of like a must purchase. And I don't like, and usually it's something that's released from Jaded Gem Shop. The nice thing is I don't automatically, it releases and I must purchase. I usually wait until Jade has a sale to purchase that. Same thing with like the Flossy Fox shops that she releases. It's not, and that's another one that's on my list, is the Flossies. I don't purchase all of them automatically. I wait until she has like a sale, and then I'll purchase a group of them. So it's kind of one of those things. And it's usually there's, you know, that gap in 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8. Those are my colors. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8. So it's kind of nice because it's not an automatic purchase absolutely everything from certain artists. But I have a handful. But I need to sit down and actually go through those boundaries of what is a purchase and what is a not purchase, or what are my purchase limits. But the primary thing is Yume and Mrs. Butter D are the two primary artists that I think there's only been like 2 Mrs. Butter D canvases that I have not purchased out of all of the ones that have been released. There were 2 that I did not buy because I wasn't really a fan of those images. Everything else from her I've purchased. But yeah, I think it's just been maybe 2 or 3 Mrs. Butter D's that I have not done. Everything else, yeah, I have bought. And I have everything from Yume. That's the one artist that I have purchased absolutely everything that has been released. But yes, so that's kind of what I plan on doing. But other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that kind of covers the gamut of everything for right now. Whoop. I am going to continue working on this, filling in my temperatures, because I will go all the way to, let's see, this is 12, so the next 2 will go to like, kind of like right in here. And this will be what I'll fill in, and then I fill in the black after I fill in the colors. But that's all I have for you guys for today. And, well, actually, I want to finish this color for you guys while I'm working on it. And then we will call it done for today. So that way you guys can see what this particular color looks like on this little potion bottle. And then we will call that good for today. Such a cool, this one is like a super cool pattern. I have to decide if I'm going to do a temperature cell next year, or if I'm just going to do the big Witchy Stitcher Nostalgic Tarot, which is like the neon ones, the massive cross-stitch conversion project that I have for hers next year. I have to decide which way it's going to go. But anyways, so I've made good progress on this one. This one always takes me a lot longer to do, to get started on, because of these browns. That's always what takes the longest. And once I finish the browns, then I kind of cruise through, because that gives me like a starting point, and then I can kind of get into the groove of it. And these are the 60s, the daily highs in the 60 degrees. All right, that's all I have for you guys for today. For my WIP Chat. Sorry for this delay. I've been a little off of my jam with the whole socializing thing that I had to do Friday night. So I will see you guys in the next video.